right, Shalom, Micah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, The Changing of Times and Seasons, which is concerning the changing of rulers and kings. Matter of fact, let's start off with that in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Because as we can see it feel on the planet Earth, the season is changing, the weather is changing. And not in a literal sense, but concerning power and rulership. It's to the point to where even this devil himself is acknowledging that he don't have that vigor as he once did. He don't have that strength, that influence. That's why it's a saying called "Make America Great Again." You know, as well as these other nations, they smell blood in the water. You know, these different factions of nations coming together to come against this horde, this beast, such as the BRICS nations. But all that, and is one of many signs to show you that we in the changing of times and seasons. So matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse. Matter of fact, I start at 19. It says, "Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision." And what is that secret? The prophecies. And that when you read this chapter, is concerning the interpretation of that the Nebuchadnezzar's dream, or that statue, which was those last major kingdoms to come before the kingdom of heaven will be established. And guess what? Yahweh Shemashah revealed that secret unto us. You know, tells you that on the book of St. Matthew, the 10th chapter, where I have tell you in darkness, speak ye upon the housetops. So that's what you see. The Lord gave us that secret, and now we are preaching upon the housetops, bringing this forth throughout the whole world. That this is the time where the Lord is set to visit Esau, you know, and establish righteousness upon the planet Earth. It says, Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of the power of Yahweh Shemashah forever and ever, for wisdom and might are here." See, because, hey, that was the Lord, giving Daniel that gauge. You know, now is a light at the end of the tunnel when you go into this statue. Because guess what? Now, because this dream is still playing out to this day. But the good part of it, hey, is at the end. We at the tolls part. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Ecclesiastes 7 and bear with me. 7 and 8, I believe. Yep. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. It reads, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof." And guess what? We at the end of Esau's kingdom, the end of his reign of terror. As I mentioned, the end of that statue with the toes, and not just the toe, it's at the part where it's crumbling now. That show you we at the end of the end. It's the end of the thing than the beginning of. Because, yeah, we could have been just now coming over here as slaves. You in the part of the movie where the head of gold is still running shit, which is Babylon. But we at the end. Esau is the end of the world. It says, "And the patient in spirit is better than a proud in spirit." But it says, "Better is the end of the thing." So, hey, this is what we have been asking for. This time that we in, this monumental moment in history. Because after this, the kingdom will be restored unto Israel. When you read Acts, the 1st chapter. You know. So going back to Daniel, chapter 2, in verse 20, it says, "Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh Shemashah forever and ever, for wisdom and might are here." See? And he changes the times and the seasons. He removed kings and set up kings. So this is that process that we're in now. The removal and setting up of kings. You know, we in that season. You know, this devil like to say climate change. Well, hey, that's the spirit on the planet Earth. The climate is changing. You know, Esau is fading out. You know, he's withering. Oh, it also talks about how the winter is past, the rain is gone. That's concerning the so-called white man, his state. That winter represents death. That's the height of death. You know? Oh, that's why the Lord said, you know that summer is now. That's the height of life. You know? So it says he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings and set up kings. He give a wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that don't understand. So as you can see, the changing of times and seasons is in the same breath with the removal and setting up of kings. You know, because that you know, these certain rulers bring forth a certain vibration upon the planet Earth. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, and I start at the first verse. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. See? So it is a season, which is a certain rulership that a purpose play out under the earth. For an example, when you read Exodus, the 15th chapter, concerning when the Lord told Abraham that we were going to the land of Egypt, you know, to be to serve captivity, and then we'll come out with a great substance. You know, that was a certain season, you know, which was the Egyptians, and that purpose was concerning that marvelous work of the Lord for him to declare his name throughout the planet Earth. That was the purpose. The Lord set up Egypt, and it goes into how Egypt was built by the way of Joseph being sold into captivity, and able to, in that he was able to break down the dreams to ultimately, that was Joseph's interpretation of that dream, you know, was able to make Egypt a superpower. But just so the Lord could show his wrath and his power, man. So it was that season was the season of the Egyptians. But that purpose was for the Lord to show his power. Let me get something else real quick. I think that's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4. In verse 37, it reads, by measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. See? And that's concerning these rulerships and these kingdoms. They have a certain measure and number to, you know, the rule. You know, that they got a certain number of years the Lord have given them. And in those number of years is certain purposes, certain things that take place within their rulership. And that's how you gauge history and historical events. You go by who was ruling first. You know, it says, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. See? So another example is as I mentioned, Egypt. But even on a smaller scale, concerning these certain purposes to play out, and then the end will come. When you go into Luke, the 2nd chapter, concerning Simeon, the prophet Simeon, and the angel told him that he wouldn't die until he seen the Lord. So yeah, it was that measure was filled up once he seen the Lord. Then he said now he can be at rest. So that was on a small scale, on a smaller scale. So how much more on a big scale concerning kingdoms and rulerships and empires? You know, because guess what? What's that measure that's going to be fulfilled with this devil? Then he'll be moved out the way. The MOTB. You know, when that C-hip is mandated, the next step is destruction. That's why I talked about that also in St. Matthew 24 and verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation, then shall the destruction come. Roughly paraphrasing. You know? So yeah, that's just times and seasons for for those different purposes under the heaven. And that marriage is gonna be fulfilled once he bring forth that seed help. Then the World War III is gonna come to cut them off, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna end off on this. The book of Psalms 75. And I start at verse 5. It reads, I start at 4. It says, I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and unto the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high. Speak not with a stiff neck. And that's concerning Esau, Edom. Because these are the things that's associated with him. Pride. That's why the scripture talk about the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. And that's a shot at Esau when you read between the lines, because who else is in that spirit of being exalted and being proud and being the guy? Esau, man. He says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. So there's nothing in this earthly realm that will get you promoted, to get you exalted, to be honored. It's not from this earthly realm. It says, but the Most High is the judge. See, it's up to Yahweh Shema Shai. He put him down one and set up another. See? So that's the changing of the times and seasons. The Lord putting down one ruler and setting up another. So we at the end of the season of death. And we come into that season of life. Just going back, the Lord said, knowing that summer is not. That's the height of life, man. Contrary to the winter was the height of death. Nothing flourishes. You don't hear, life. You don't hear birds chirping or bees. Everything is in their holes, in their dens, they hibernating. You know what I mean? But the changing of times, seeing the changing of rulerships. And once this goes down, man, hey, you're gonna see how necessary this destruction was. So yeah, I just holy will edify and like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Recha, Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word on true faith and sincerity. DTA, about soon, very soon.